So let's have a talk about this pre-finished skirt, and it's aluminium. It's been sprayed black, matte black as well, which I'm liking. It's got these little clips. You just the way I'm doing it, showing it with a laser, but I'm clipping it onto an offcut like that, sticking it on the wall, getting my first screw in, sliding that off, getting my second screw in, and then I know that that's at the right height, because when they're fixed to the wall, that goes back and it fixes to that, and it ain't coming off either. So you need to get it right first time. In your box, basically, you get 10 pieces of this skirting board. You get pre-finished external corners, pre-finished internal corners, you get end caps, and you get a jointing piece as well for joining it. So you get everything in the kit, and of course it's got the LED track in there as well. Like I said, it came with a white diffuser. I would have preferred black, but I can't find black one that small anywhere on the internet, so white it is. But like I said, I ain't painting this job. That's pre-finished, that's done, pops on, clicks in place, job's a good one. There you go, you can see that, look, it's just popped on there. It's pretty well blends in as well, so that's going to go on there like that. And I butt that tight up to that piece, and you can hear it clicking in. I'm just going to force that down like that. Get that bugger on there, and there you go. That's your little joining piece, and I've just got a line now. I'm just going to silicone along there, and the little diffuser will go on there. Like I said, it would have been nicer if I could get it in black, but it is what it is. So that's it, pre-finished skating with an LED track. Right, so these cob strips, they're now coming on a massive roll, and you just go down to the wholesaler there and you tell him how much you want, and he winds it off, and that's that. Now, what they come with is, you can see they can be cut every sort of, about every 2.5 inches or something like that, yeah. And then they can be rejoined, and they come with like a little clip that sort of clips on, makes contact with them little points there, and it's got 2 wires come off. You connect them up to the screwdriver, and off you go. But the problem is when that clips on there, it's quite big, and you can't get it in through any access holes. Now, the key thing I found, well, it's obvious in it, the key thing with bloody LED lighting is make sure at your start and at your end you can tuck your cable back in and your LED back in, so you get a continual light, yeah? So when you get to the end, let's say, you've got to there, you need to get rid of this bit here, so you need a hole to stick it in, yeah? But like I said, them block connectors that clip on there, they're a problem, and then you can't get them in the hole. So what I'm going to have to do now is just solder 2 little blobs of solder. There we go. Look. Just solder 2 blobs of solder on there and connect a wire to it. And then we've got a nice slim wire that I can push back in through my hole. So a little bit tricky. I'm not really great at soldering. Got myself a little soldering gun. But like I say, I'm going to put 2 blobs on there, and then I'm going to stick 2 wires on it, and away we go. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to test it again one more time before I take that sticky backing off there, because it's self-adhesive, and then we're going to stick it back. What we're going to do, we're going to hoover the track as we go along, get it all in, and then we're going to come back and fit the diffusers. This is a particularly slim LED track, so the diffuser is really tiny. I couldn't get a black one anyway. I'm going to use a pencil, so I can't get my finger in, to push this tape back and get it stuck. But yeah, that is it, and we're going to work the way around, and we'll get rid of his end at the other end, hopefully. So we're coming to an end now. The thing with these multi-panels is, bizarrely, they don't sell colour-coded silicone, which is weird. And measuring them, they have to be perfectly like, right, for them to go in the hydrolock, you can't jiggle them up or down, they've got to go in square. So unfortunately I've been left with some little gaps, but what I've got is this little quadrant there. It's an LED track, so basically what's going to happen is that LED track is going to go up there like that, and it's going to cover the gap, yeah, and there'll be an LED light all the way around there as well. But like I said, no colour coded sealant, which doesn't make sense, and there's the quad, look here, LED quad. So I'm going to get the quad round, starting to do the second fix on the electrics now, been waiting for that 6-gang light switch to come, underfloor heating's connected up, and we're just literally going to polish it. But what I want to talk to you about as well is this slatted cladding. Now basically I've got my consumer units and got some sockets and bits and bobs going in concealed cupboards. Now there's got to be somebody out there that, I mean, there's probably a solution to this really easily. I just don't know it at this moment, and I've literally spent about £200 on different types of full overlay cabinet hinges. So what's happening when it's coming out, because it's got the thickness of the felt and the lat, it's binding on the other arm, which is causing me a problem. Like I said, I've spent about £200 on hinges now. So if you know the answer to this, let me know, because I've got some other hinges incoming. They might do it, they might not. I'll show you. Look, what I've got is a little setup there for myself. And my problem is it's binding. So what I've got in there is, if I can open it. No, I'm going the wrong way, that's why. If I can open it, I've got a full 175-degree overlay hinge. Now I'm thinking it needs maybe to stand up on one of them, I don't know actually what they're called, but the bracket that goes on the side of the cabinet, it's got an upstand, it's about 20mm. So if that goes on there, that'll alter that, which will push that out. Failing that, I'm going to have to coat the face of the door in black and separately stick them on there. So I've reduced my depth of my door, but there's got to be a hinge out there somewhere, hasn't there? Got to be. So that's 175-degree full overlay hinge, and that still isn't working. It's just binding a little bit now. What I'll have to do is take a lat off there and move it across. But like I say, it's just binding. So it's not opening fully. So if you know the answer to that, let me know. So I am very much nearly complete. This feature wall. So the feature wall, right? What it came about because, right? Yeah, you need a feature wall. Sure, everybody has a feature wall these days, but I needed to hide the consumer unit. I needed to hide the drivers because there is LED after LED after LED, and they're drivers and they're big and they're cumbersome and they need to be hidden. So I've hidden them. Once I get the hinges on these doors, I'm not going to let it beat me. These doors, yeah, they will hinge and they will be seamless. Currently, they are not. I'm still incoming here. Right, so how did I build this? First of all, I decided how far I wanted to come off. I wanted to hide the consumer unit, so I come off as little as possible, basically. So they are small cupboards because I don't want to take too much of the room up, yeah? So what I thought I'd do then is I'll integrate the TV. So the TV is flush mounted as well. So I've created a frame, created a back box, sat the TV in the back box. This stuff is from Wood Up, right? If you don't like the bling, it's got a bit of film on at the moment. It's antique brass, but if you don't like the bling, you can just take it off, yeah? Or you can move it around whichever way you want, yeah? This particular one is blue oxide, and like I said, it's from Wood Up. It's quite expensive, don't get me wrong, but it's nice, yeah? And it has got the added feature of, let's have a look, you can put integrated lights in it as well. There, see? It's remote control. You can dim them, yeah? You can cut them to whatever length you want. Well, not within reason, same as the other ones, basically. We've got a little cut mark on the back, yeah? And they've got the black, so they're pretty much invisible. You can still see me for close up, yeah, but pretty much invisible when you look at the grand scheme of things. So we've done the feature wall, we've integrated the TV. Let's have a look in here, shall we? Right, so in here, look, this will be pushed to open, or I hope it will be pushed to open. So you'll just give that a pop there, and that then will pop open once I sort the hinges out. But inside there, you've got your consumer unit, driver, a plug down there with the internet, because that's where the Wi-Fi will be hosted. And I'm going to put some shelves in there as well. So like I say, that will be integrated once I sort out the hinge problem, yeah? So like I said, if you don't like the bling, you don't have to have the bling, you can take it off, yeah? But I don't know, you can move it around, change it, you know what I mean? Just slide up and down, look, yeah? Whatever you want to do, yeah? Whatever suits you, whatever turns you on. Right, but look at that, flush mounted TV. That is the bare minimum gap I can create to hook it on the bracket, yeah? So it's got to have that gap, otherwise I wouldn't have had no gap. Well, I've got to have a gap. But it's flush mounted, yeah? It's nice, come on, it's nice. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Right, so the elephant in the room, aircon. I was at Mel's, I went the other day, it was 40 degrees in there. Now, it was the hottest of the day of the year so far, it was 30 degrees outside, yeah? It was 40 degrees inside, so I thought, damn it, man, I need some aircon, right? I spoke to the guy who did my aircon from him before. He is super knowledgeable, and he says, look, he says, if you're not having a split system, now I didn't even know what a split system was. If you're not having a split system where you've got one unit outside and a little unit inside, then this is the answer. It's Panasonic, it is a RAC Solo, yeah, but it's big and it's white, yeah, but it will give you air conditioning, it will give you heating, and it will give you moisture control as well, right? So, is it happening? You know it is, yeah? So I've already pre-drilled the holes. I'm hoping he can come a bit sooner than what he said he can. I've already pre-drilled the holes. The template's on. The power's in. I'm just waiting for some fuse spurs as well. So that's going to go on the wall, but it's white and it sticks out that far. So what I'm thinking I might do, I'm either going to get it sprayed, same colour as that, or get it wrapped the same colour as that, so it blends a bit, you know what I mean? Because it's a big unit, yeah, but the benefits of it are going to be manifold, right? And the reason why I can't have a split system is this unit is 2.5 wide. That is the maximum width you can tow on a UK road. So if I had a split system, I would have had to put it at that end or this end and not on the side, and I didn't think about it before I need to do it. So basically it's not happening, yeah, because it's too late to go on the outside. Pipe work, horrible, nah, not for me, right? So it's inside it is, and that's the split system. Right, so let's have a quick talk. What I'm gonna do, right, once I've polished it, once I've silicon, I've got a lot of silicon in to do, a lot of bits and pieces, but right from the start, right, I didn't want to paint this. I wanted it to be completely maintenance free. Now, these panels are finished, yeah, they're finished, and it's Formica on 11mm moisture resistant MDF, so that's spot on, yeah. They're colour coded as well. Well, not colour coded. They come in various colours as well, so I think I'll tell you what the colours when I do the full walk around, but that's some kind of grey, that's a sage green, and that one over there is taupe grey, I think that's what it was, yeah. So the windows, let's talk about the windows, right? The windows from Express Bifolds, yeah, right? They're black, they've got slight little texture on them as well, and they're beautiful. And they've got, of course, the integrated blinds as well, yeah. Why wouldn't I? I threw everything at this. They're integrated in the doors as well. Windows need cleaning, yeah, don't give me grief, right? But integrated blinds, they are a luxury, right? This pod has got everything, and I mean everything. It has also got underfloor heating, yeah? So we've got underfloor heating, we've got aluminium bifolds from Express Bifolds, we've got integrated blinds. Already they are luxuries, right? We've got LVT flooring, we've got composite cladding on all 4 sides. Like I said, I'm going to talk through this. We've got these boards. They are nice, they like them first, they are nice, and I've finished them off with some antique brass trim because obviously it's got a raw edge and it needs sorting out, but I think it looks stunning. You let me know what you think anyway, but this is it, it's nearly done. I told you it was going to be a showstopper. And the lights, right, the lights have got magnetic bezels. You can literally change the colour of the bezel. That is antique brass. They do silver, they do white, they do chrome, they do the bloody lot, and they've got different settings on them. I didn't know you could get these. Apparently we're in that ages, I didn't know you could get them. They've got 2 5-watt and 7-watt, and then they've got 4 different lumens as well. So you can have bright white, soft white, warm white, the lot. Yeah, beautiful. Right, so what else have we got? LED spotlights, boom. We have got a halo light outside. We have also got 2 wall-mounted LED lights as well. We have also got a halo light inside. We have also got skirting. Yeah, LED skirting. Like it or love it, it's up to you, right? But I told you I wasn't going to paint this mother, so this is what's happening, right? We have also got LED coving. Right, the reason why I've gone for that is, right, I thought right from the very start, these panels, they're going to be a tight fit. Am I going to get it right? Is it going to be perfect? I don't know. We need something to hide the gap. There, boom. It's job done, right? And it's an additional light. We have got LED, 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 LED. It's LED fantastic. And let's not forget, more LEDs. So like I said, we're almost finished, right? I'm going to polish it, I'm going to clean it, I'm going to silicone it. Still waiting for some sockets to come. I'm going to stick some plants outside because it makes it look nice apparently. And I am going to give you the walkthrough, right? It is absolutely 100% top of the range. And if you want to buy it, let me know, because I can't keep it, I cannot keep it. Right, it simply was made, right? It started off, right, as I just wanted to do a video for my insulated panel build packs, yeah? That's what it was all about. And then obviously that company sent me a legal letter. They got my back up. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to put a load of money in this and make this mother sing. It is beautiful, right? So that's what's happened. It is for sale. If you want it, let me know.